Hi, this is Eric from Second Square. This is a short video on how to do a initial setup of Edge. So, first of all, you start by entering Start New Shift and you confirm that. What you need to do now is to do a number of initial setups that you only have to do once in order to get the system set up correctly. You'll see a number of things on the menu here. You got driller, you got the blast zone, you got some tool information, the rig setup, the customer that's using the system, etc. So the first thing we're doing is entering some driller information. So you click on that button and you enter a driller's name. So I'll just enter here Bob Hammer as an illustration. Click OK. After that I'll put set default, then I don't have to enter it again. Same thing on the blast zone. I'll enter the blast zone that we're using at the moment. That one, of course, you probably need to change as you change shifts. You enter hammer information. Here you have a number of selections. I click 6-inch, and then I also enter the bit size and the insert size. The reason for entering the hammer and bit is to have it in the log and also help Edge provide correct RPM recommendations. Next thing we enter is the rig setup. Here we put in the rig ID. We enter the rig make after that, so rig ID. Again, enter default. On the rig make, you enter the rig make once. I can do DM65 here, I think. Again, click default, so you don't have to do that again. Rod settings is important. With the correct information here, it helps Edge detect what's happening. You have the rod length. That's the length of a single rod. So if you have a 6-meter rod, that's what's entered here. If you then use 3 6-meter rods to drill a hole, that's why you have the number of rods entered there. So here we have 3. The minimum rod time is the time it takes to drill one rod. Not the hole, but one rod. The minimum change time is the time that it will minimum take to change from one rod to the next. This enables Edge to determine whether the rig is being moved, a rod is being changed, or what's happening. Last thing you have is the minimum move time. That is the time that it will take to move the rig from one hole to the next coordinate. Again, this is important for enable for rod detection, hole detection, and rod times. So it's important that this information is done correctly. So let's check the defaults. On the rod length, we have 6 meters as the default. That means one single rod is 6 meters. We have 3 rods, meaning total 18 meters of pipe. The drill time is 90 seconds per rod, change time 15 seconds, and then move the rig between one hole to the next, 720 seconds. That means 12 minutes. That all looks good, apart from I want to change the minimum rod time from 90 seconds to 2 minutes, i.e. 120 seconds. So I'm just changing that and then saving that as a default. Okay, now we have completed the rod settings. We've done the rig setup, so let's go back and put in the information for the customer. So let's click customer, and first we're going to enter the name of the mine. So we're going to enter a name. Let's go for Gold Mine Limited. Alright, and then we're going to enter the mining company. So we enter the name of the mining company, and actually it should be Gold Mine Limited there. So let me put in Gold Mine Limited here as an example of a mining company. And then I'm going to change the name, set that as default, and then go back on the gold mine and change that from Gold Mine Limited to Gold Mine Alpha, let's say, just as an illustration. Okay, done. Okay, now we can confirm every setting. Now we need to connect the sensor. There's some symbols here. The first one shows a symbol showing whether it's connection or not. The second one shows whether it's a USB communication. The third one is whether the base station is there and the fourth one is the sensor. And you can see it as trying to connect. One of the things we first need to do is to put in the sensor node ID. That is the number of the individual sensor. It's written outside the sensor. So I'm going to enter 570, which is the number of the sensor. Now it's starting to try to find it, but we need to enter which channel. You can see that it's communicating. You can see that it's finding the USB port. It's communicating with the base station, but not with the sensor. Therefore, we need to make sure that the channel is correct. So I'm now going to enter search for channels. Now the Edge system will go through a number of channels to find the right channel to communicate with this particular sensor. So this takes a little while, and now it found channel 20. So now we shall see that the sensor is connecting. You can see the green light in the further down corner, and also that it's connected up on the left hand side. Now everything is good to go, and you can see the strength of the signal there up on the right hand side, the green lights. From now we're going to go to the drill view, and we can see that we're getting vibration signals coming through from the hammer drilling down hole. Here you see the amplitudes, the frequency or the beats per second. You'll see the tool that we have selected, both hammer and bit size. We'll see how long we have been drilling this particular rod, and you can see the range of rotation that is recommended for this particular drilling. So that completes the steps that need to be taken to set up Edge for the first time. Most of these are then saved as default, so the only thing you need to do when you're using Edge continuously is to enter typically the different drillers' names, whether you change the blast zone, and of course confirm that the tool settings are correct. But otherwise, this is it, once only, and you're good to go. So that concludes this short video on the first installation of Edge. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.